You want to buy a house, but you don't want to get it wrong. It's like your head's on fire. So many decisions. No need to worry. I'll help you avoid some of the most common mistakes. This isn't in any particular order of importance. However, they are all very important. Waiting for the right time. I don't mean to go on an impulse shopping spree, but if you're on the fence, start doing your research and doing your homework now to see if it makes financial sense. One of the first series of questions I like to ask my clients is this: how much money do you pay in rent? How much is that in, let's say, 5 years? When you leave and you're no longer living at that place, how much money do you actually get back? Do you really think you're getting your $300 back after living on their carpet for 5 years? Okay, how much do you think your mortgage would be monthly? This is where it clicks for most people. What if I told you the mortgage could be around $1,700, and then when you left in 5 years, you can get like half of it back? No, seriously, you can get like $50,000 back in your pocket to do whatever you want. At least then you have a choice. Thinking that this will be forever. You might hear that mortgages last for 30 years. No, not really, no. What happens is people sometimes want everything to be perfect. But you shouldn't be that picky. Statistically, I know you're gonna move in the next 4 to 6 years. Why? Lots of reasons. Mostly it's family or job changes. When all of a sudden you make more money and start adding things like pets or partners or offspring, you ultimately end up needing more space. No matter if you're buying a resale home or new construction, it's not going to be perfect. But if you give it a chance, you might still fall in love.
May I call you darling?
One thing I would suggest before even looking at houses is determine your non-negotiables. Things such as, and then use that list to get what you know is going to be the best for you for the next 10 years, even though you're only going to live there for 5. This way, when you sell it to the next person at your former stage in life, they'll want to buy it. And then I can sell it for you. Forgetting to check the commute. You say, well, Ian, I checked it on Google Maps. And I say, nice. Did you also check to make sure that you had changed the traffic times too? Because you'll want to know that when you're traveling to and from work, you're not caught up in a lot of traffic. Also, where do you spend most of your time? Is it at the park with puppies? Do you knock back some White Claw on Rock Rose at the Domain? Or is it board games with your suburban friends? If you can figure out where you're going to be spending most of your time for the next 5 or so years, the local travel will be extremely important. Buying something big before you have the keys. What I mean by that is buying something, I'll call it hefty or out of the ordinary, before they actually hand you the keys to your new house. I get it, you're super excited, but your realtor, your lender, and the title company are all like, there are all sorts of things that can affect the process along the way. I personally know someone who went out and bought their dream car before their closing. The issue is when the bank sees that you have this shiny new $500 car payment, do you think that's going to affect how much they think you can afford monthly? Yes, all kinds of yes. And then to top it all off, this person was late on a payment, which means they ended up losing the house. So when you're getting ready to put the new fridge, the washer and dryer, and maybe some furniture on the credit card, it's best to wait until you actually get your keys. Not hiring a professional. This should be obvious, but for whatever reason, people in the real estate industry have a bad rap.
Nice.
I've got a whole other video on how you can choose the best realtor for you. It's there or down there. I'm gonna drive a point home for you. In the Austin MLS today, there are 15,195 licensed realtors. One of them you should hire to help you. And if you're buying, you usually don't have to pay anything for that service. Sometimes people feel like they're bothering someone by asking to go see a property. That is not the case. I can't speak for all of us, but what I can say is my goal is always to help you save money through either expert advice, my professional network, or the negotiation and logistical navigation of $250,000 plus contracts, and giving really cool closing gifts. Because I have to show my appreciation for you allowing me to be such a big part of your life. So before you walk into a model home, or call a sign in front of the house, or click request more info on Zillow, choose a realtor who you can validate will be compatible. Stalk their Facebook, read their Google reviews, or watch their videos so that you can learn a little bit more about their personality. After all, this is a job interview. Listen, those are just 5 of the most common mistakes I see homebuyers make. What do you think? If you've already purchased your first home, hit that like button for me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.